O our Islamic website, you shall always remain the guardian of moderation, a chant and a principle these online journalists are sticking to. Since they began a sit-in at their offices on Monday, IslamOnline's journalists have maintained that the dispute with the site's Doha-based management has been over their journalism, not their jobs, a point highlighted in speeches given by the strike organizers.
We completely reject linking funding to editorial policy because separation between the two is what had made IslamOnline an exceptional institution in the Arab world for the last 10 years.
Long-simmering tension between the 300-plus employees and management goes back to a change in the Qatar board of directors that has allegedly espoused a more conservative editorial line. IslamOnline, which is English and Arabic versions, draws more than 120,000 hits a day. It's one of the most popular Muslim sites in the world, with its content ranging from news stories to religious and sexual advice, which makes a dispute over its editorial policies relevant for the millions who access it and rely on its reputation for advocating moderate Islam. Editors say managers in Cairo were relieved from their duties with no clear reasons communicated to the staff. Then, the latest twist. Journalists here were denied access to the servers, effectively barring them from updating the site.
They completely shut the site. So this is, to me, is unbelievable, unacceptable. This is the #1 problem we have with them. Lack of clarity, lack of vision.
Even before the strike, some journalists chose to resign after funding was withdrawn from certain sections, including an unmoderated citizen journalism page, as well as the youth and culture sections.
They didn't want articles about Valentine's Day, about film festivals, about the Oscars. I mean, the Oscars, it's just a huge thing that we used to cover every year, and they were like, no, we're completely not covering the Oscars this year.
Calls to the website's management in Doha for comment were unanswered. And while their desks remain empty, these workers say they will remain huddled here inside their expansive complex with their families, eating, sleeping, and praying for a response. Observers say it will be a sad affair if this dispute led to the complete closure of IslamOnline or a change in its identity, because that would mean that the Arab and Muslim world would lose a rare voice of moderation in a cyber world full of calls for extremism. Rawya Rageh, Al Jazeera, Cairo.